It's March 18th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a man who refused to die, an execution that helped fuel centuries of legend, and a billion-dollar mystery still unsolved. Let's begin. On March 18, 1915, a Mexican soldier named Molay stood facing a firing squad in the town of Jalisco. He had been captured during the chaos of the Mexican Revolution, fighting under the forces of Pancho Villa. There was no trial, no appeal, just a wall and 9 rifles aimed at his chest. The guns fired, and bullets tore through Molay's body, instantly dropping him to the ground, but the execution wasn't finished. An officer stepped forward for the final ritual. A single shot fired directly into his head. Certain the job was done, the soldiers walked away, leaving his body laying in the dust. Hours later, his eyes opened. His jaw was shattered, his face disfigured, and his body riddled with bullets. But somehow he was alive. He dragged himself across the street, crawling nearly 3 blocks until he reached the Church of Santiago Apostol. A parishioner found the dying soldier and secretly nursed him back to health. And from that recovery, Molay would live another 60 years. He earned the chilling nickname El Fusilado, the man who survived his own execution. On March 18, 1314, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, Jacques de Molay, was led to a small island in the heart of Paris. For 7 long years, Molay had been imprisoned, tortured, and forced to confess crimes he insisted he never committed. The once powerful Knights Templar had been destroyed by the ambitions of Philippe IV of France, a king deeply in debt to the order's vast wealth. At first, Molay confessed under unbearable torture, but on this day he did something no one expected. Standing before the crowds, he retracted everything. He declared that the Templars were innocent. Philippe immediately ordered Molay to be burned alive as a relapsed heretic. As the flames climbed higher around the wooden stakes, witnesses claimed that he cried out a chilling prophecy. He summoned Pope Clement V and the king himself to meet him before God within a year, and then the fire consumed him. What happened next only deepened the legend. Within months, both men were dead. This turned the fallen order into something far stranger than history alone could explain, a legend whispered for centuries. On March 18, 1990, just after 1:24 in the morning, 2 men dressed as police officers approached the doors of the Isabel Stewart Garden Museum in Boston. They told the security guards they were responding to a disturbance, and the guards believed them and opened the door. Within minutes, the officers revealed the truth. They handcuffed the guards, marched them to the basement, and left them tied up in the darkness. Then, the thieves began moving through the silent museum halls. For 81 minutes, they worked calmly. When they left, 13 priceless works of art were gone. Among them was the concert, only one of 34 Vermeer paintings known to exist, and the Christ in the Storm on the Sea of Galilee, the only seascape ever printed by Rembrandt. In total, missing art is now worth over $500 million. The FBI believes they know who is responsible, yet no one has ever been arrested, and none of the paintings have ever been found. Inside the museum today, the empty frames still hang on the wall of the Dutch room, a silent reminder of a mystery that's lasted more than 3 decades. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.